Scratches and swirls ruining the look of your vehicle? We're gonna show you how to fix that with our brand new product. Stay tuned. That's awesome. Wow. That's a night and day difference. What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about deep scratches, swirls, and everything else that ruin the look of your paint. And to help me achieve the results I want by removing these deep scratches, I'm going to be using our brand new InSynchro Extreme Cutting Compound. Why? Because these scratches are extremely deep and the paint needs so much work. So we're going to be using a heavy cutting compound paired with our orange Hex-Logic cutting pad. This way we get the results we want and achieve a nice finish. So let's move this out the way and begin prepping our surface. We did everything. We washed it. We clayed the surface. Now let's mask some things around, like trims here, trims there, and this edge seal on the window. This way, when we're polishing, we're not messing up any of these surfaces. So let's get some masking done. To help me also achieve my results, I'm going to be using our TORQ polisher paired with our orange Hex-Logic cutting pad. It spins on a dual axis. It never rotates on the same axis. This way, we're not causing any harm to the paint as well. It's not going to cause any excess heat. That's something we don't want when it comes to polishing as well. We don't want to create any excess heat that we don't need. That can cause you to burn your paint. Luckily, the TORQ avoids all of that. That's why I recommend you guys, if you're a beginner or pro, I recommend you guys checking one of these out. So to pair my TORQ, I'm going to be using an orange Hex-Logic cutting pad and the star of the show, our InSynchro Extreme Cutting Compound. Now, this is going to make it really easy. I'm talking about this is going to do a lot more work than anything else. So let's get started and see these results. Open up the spout. And I'm just going to start by just priming my pad. So I'm going to get my pad conditioned. This way I'm using less product in the long run. And my pad is always going to stay moisturized. So I'm not going to be working with a dry pad. I know I could be using our pad conditioner. I just don't have one on me at the moment. So priming my pad would be my second option. So I'm going to put this aside and reach in my pocket and pull out a nice latex glove. Don't ask why I carry latex gloves in my pockets. I just have them there for whenever I need them. Now, I could do this with my finger, but I do have natural oils on my hand and just work this into the pad. So I'm going to get my finger and just work it in. This is what priming your pad is going to look like. You're just preconditioning it. So once that's done, now you come around and just use a little bit. Now I'm going to look at 4 dime-sized drops. Ooh, that was a little crazy. So I'm going to use less here. 4 dime-sized drops, you guys. I'm going to spread this out. This one was a little too much. Cool. Always remember to put your cord over your shoulder. This way it's not banging up against the surface. You're not causing any more damage to the paint and it stays out of your way. Now we're going to blotch our product onto the surface. This way we're spreading it, giving us some nice coverage. Go down to speed setting 1, turn it on and just work it in first. That's all we're worried about on our first step, just working in the product. Once we're done with this, we're going to place our TORQ machine back flat onto the surface, crank up the speed, and just begin to work. For those of you guys that might be beginners out there, your first time polishing, so a few things that I would like to pass down to you guys as a note is apply a good amount of pressure. You don't want to over apply pressure where you're causing your backplate not to spin properly. So keep in mind, find a middle ground on the speed you're working on. You want this machine spinning at the fastest speed you have it. So what that means is if you have it at speed setting 3, 4, or 6, you want it spinning at its fastest. So just kind of measure yourself, apply about anywhere between half a pound to a pound of pressure onto your machine, but make sure whenever you're looking at it, make sure this is always rotating. If you see your back plate spinning at a good speed, you're already winning. You're already doing everything properly. That would be probably my biggest tip, but keep working. think we should be good enough there. Let me put my TORQ aside. And let me get a few microfiber towels. I know I have some here on hand already. Let me get one of these bad boys. Inspect it for a tag. There's none. Perfect. Now let's just wipe. Keep in mind, you guys, this is not a brand new car. This is a pretty old one. This one gets used aggressively, going off-roading, you know, doing things a Jeep should be doing. Having fun. So, because that's what honestly they were built for. So there's a couple of key things about our brand new InSynchros that, one, it's not causing any unnecessary dust. A lot of compounds out there in the market tend to cause this unnecessary dust that probably gets in the way and ruins the whole process of polishing. Not only that, but the ease of removing it. There's a lot of products out there that you technically go back and forth playing this tug of war game on removing it from the surface, but with ease, with a few wipes, this is already lifting up from the surface, getting ready to either refine it or move along. So yeah, now let's remove this tape. This way we can see the difference and what we achieved with just using our brand new InSynchro cutting compound. So huge difference already. I could literally see myself clear as day here, unless when I come around here, nothing but nasty blemishes, scratches and swirls that are ruining the paint. It almost, the color looks gray here due to those scratches. And once I come here, nothing but clarity. So if you're like me, you want to take it an extra mile, since you're already here doing the work, I'm going to be refining our results with our InSynchro Supreme Finish Polish. Now this is going to allow me to get that nice crystal clear finish, something that I desire and I look for when I'm polishing. So I'm going to retape this back up, hit it with a polish. That way you guys can see the night and day difference as well. Now I'm going to be moving on to my white Hex-Logic polishing pad and pairing that with our InSynchro Supreme Finish Polish. So give this bottle a shake as well. Pop the spout open. Nice little flip for the camera. And apply this. I'm going to be doing the same prime method that I did with our compound as well. Same process, blotch, spread, and work it in. So now let's remove the tape just to see our results after we refined our work. And it's a night and day difference. I can see from here, because the light, the way it reflects, it looks a lot better. I'm talking about, this doesn't even look black. It looks kind of grayish, dull. I do see a lot of those deep scratches. But when I come here, nothing but a nice black panel. The reflection itself is just crazy. You can see, you could even count the LED bulbs on this light. Rather than when I come here, they get lost in the scratches and swirls and stuff. Which is kind of crazy. Look at that. That's awesome. And just like that, we were able to achieve these results with our brand new InSynchro Extreme Cutting Compound. If you like any of these products, whether it's our brand new InSynchro Cutting Compound, our TORQ machine, or our XL inspection light, be sure to check those out at www.chemicals.com or visit your local detail garage. As always, I'm Alex. It's a pleasure being here with you guys today. See you guys on the next one.